Hey guys, it's Sensei came over. I am here at the comic shop, just looking through some old comics as usual, and here to talk to anybody who wants to talk or needs to talk, whatever the case may be. How you doing, JT? So I've got a couple of interesting stories today. JT, I'm always working. I thought you knew this already. Always, always, always working. Even when I sleep, I'm working because my mind doesn't shut down. So I'm always thinking about stuff as I drift off into dream world. My mind doesn't stop. Alex, wow, it's been a while, my friend. I hope things are going well for you. Jess, how are you? Honestly, I didn't expect people to be on this late. Every time I get on past 10 o'clock, I'm like, I'm just going to be sitting here talking to myself and sleeving comics or looking up prices for comics. And here you guys are. Good morning. It's not quite morning here yet, Alex, but might as well be. It's almost technically morning, but I'm doing great. Not too bad. Jay going. Oh yeah, that would be morning for you, Alex. But here it's only like 11 o'clock. It's 3 minutes after 11. So technically, it's not quite morning here. Oh, there's quite a few things that are new. Where do I begin? But no, mostly just working. I'll just say that. Mostly just working and trying to relax a little. Still teaching judo, so that's not new. Still working at school. That's not new. My life doesn't really change much. Actually, well, I take that back. The past few years have been quite adventurous, so I take that back. What's new with you, Alex? And hopefully you're coming to camp this year. You're still doing judo, I take it. And by all means, don't let me bore you. Oh, Jess, you have a great night. So I found a box of my Punisher, um, of, of my Punisher comics, and a lot of my Wolverine comics. So I am pricing those to put those out for sale. There's a lot of them. When I say a lot, people, I mean a lot. Alex, you can always come back to camp. You know you're always welcome there. Oh, you're all the way out in Poland. Holy smokes. No, that's quite a commute, so I'm sure you won't make it to camp this year. I guess camp is kind of out of the question. Wolverine? Oh, I've got, dude, if you only knew how many Wolverine comics I got. Um, well, I could just, well, I'm going to be going through them in a minute. But here, let me just give you a little sneak peek. This is some of them from here back. It's some of my Wolverine comics. I don't know if you saw that because I can't see what you see. Hold on, let me turn this on. There we go. Most of those are Wolverine comics. No, all of those are Wolverine comics. That's some of my Wolverine. Um, yeah, this is just some of my Wolverine comics. I've got like probably a whole two or three more boxes of this stuff. So I'm going to go through all of that and get some prices going on that and put them up for sale, basically. How you doing, Pola? It's been a while. It has been a while. Guys, when this summer comes around, I know I've been trying to do a lot of streaming lately. Um, but when this summer comes around, I'm going to try to do a whole lot more. So just stay tuned for that. Polar, I hope you're doing well, man. Ugh. Getting sleepy again. Oh, I think I found a key issue here. Hold on. This is the first appearance of someone. It's great seeing you too, Alex. And I know you are having an adventurous life. I know this for sure. Oh, I did find the key issue, guys. This is the first this lady, Lynn, in costume, in the Punisher costume. I'm not a big Punisher fan, but I've got to read up on what that means exactly. Like, why is she important in the Punisher's life? I've got to figure that out. So now I have to read it at some point. But that is a key issue. So I need to mark that. All right, so many Punisher comments to go through. I don't even know where to begin. Well, I mean, I do know where to begin, but there's so many. So many. Alex, we'll see you soon, man. Hopefully, you will be at camp sometime in the near future. Um, so, yeah, you stay safe, stay awesome. And hopefully, we'll see you soon. Polar, what have you been up to? If you're still on, I'm not sure if you're still on. So many comics. Bedroom Division, thank you for joining the live stream. I'm not sure if you heard anything that's been going on so far, but basically, I am sitting here pricing comics and just talking to people. Anybody wants to talk? All my little night owls out there. And we're just sitting here conversating. Well, I go through a bunch of my Punisher comics and my Wolverine comics. So again, guys, feel free to chime in, ask me questions, and we'll just kill some boredom. Although I'm not really bored, but we'll kill some time. How about that? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are. I haven't been really showing many comics. Oh, I'll show this one though. This is pretty cool. I found a Mike Tyson comic. Can you believe that? A Mike Tyson comic. And I haven't read it. Oh, and it's in black and white. But it looks like it tells the story of Mike growing up and becoming this freaking amazing boxer. Is what it looks like. Talks about him as a little kid. The story of Mike Tyson is what it is. Look at that. Is that not cool? I definitely need to sleeve this. Now, comics like this aren't always super expensive, but they are definitely collector's items. Sometimes they can be a little expensive, but to the collector, it's the thrill of the hunt and finding stuff that you want, stuff that you want to collect. I like just going through my own comics and finding stuff that I forgot I had or that I bought off to someone and hadn't had a chance to look at yet. That kind of thing. Well, this says the Punisher. Oh, they killed the X-Men on the Punisher's neck. So here I am thinking that the X-Men are in this issue, but they are not. Go figure. That would have been a cool. That would have been a much cooler comic if the X-Men were actually in it. I'm not a like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Punisher, but guys, I gotta tell you, if you ever, if you've ever seen the animated movie Avengers, is it Avengers Continental? Avengers, hold on, see if I can find it. Um, not sure if I can find it. Confidential, that's it. Avengers Confidential. If you've never seen that movie, that animated movie, if you weren't a Punisher fan, you would be by the time you saw that movie. By the time that movie was over, that movie um, I've never really liked Punisher because to me he just wasn't epic enough. I mean, yeah, he could fight a little bit, but there was nothing, and he had a bunch of guns. But there was nothing really special to me about him. So I never been really much of a fan. But when I watched that movie, I tell you what, it made me like Punisher. It made me tolerate Punisher, I should say. It made me tolerate Punisher just a tad bit more because in that movie, they made the Punisher seem supernatural. He just seemed so supernatural. They really did him some serious justice. I kid you not. Oh, excuse me. I'm only going to be on for a short while, by the way, guys, because um, I've got too many comments to go through. And it's hard to go through them while I'm trying to talk to you guys. And um, if you guys weren't asking questions, that'd be different. But if I have to make up the conversation, um, it's just hard for me to focus on creating the conversation and doing what I'm trying to do. So just keep that in mind. You guys get on and you're asking all these questions. So I guess it is up to me to invoke conversation since everybody's asleep or ignoring me, whatever the case may be. But so yeah, I was at school today and I got into a debate with some of the students about um, so basically they think I'm mean. They think I'm mean. They think I get on the well. They don't think. They proclaim that I get on their case for no reason. Um, however, it's kind of like even when you prove a point, when people when people don't want to be wrong, they're not going to be wrong. To them, they're not going to be wrong. Even if they know they're wrong, they are still not going to be wrong. So I asked a handful of my more well behaved students um, if they thought I was mean, or if I've ever gotten on their case for something that they didn't for a reason they didn't deserve. And none of the kids who stayed out of trouble raised their hand. But the trouble kids, they swore up and down. Well, I shouldn't say trouble kids because they do have good days sometimes, but they don't understand that when you disrupt an entire classroom, then it's hard to teach because I'm definitely one to focus on discipline. I'm definitely one to focus on keeping my classroom in order, keeping students in their seats, trying to keep students quiet. That's the toughest challenge. I'm trying to keep them quiet, and they don't understand this, but so that the people who want to learn can actually learn. And that's the problem they don't understand. Um, Now, every one of them is capable of doing well, in my opinion. They are capable of doing well, or at least they're capable of trying to succeed. But some of them just make a choice not to. And for the life of me, I just don't understand the logic. I can understand being a little defiant. I can understand um, being tired, and I can understand. I can even well, I can't really understand not wanting to work because I consider myself a hard worker, but a lot of students today, they just don't want to do anything. They don't want to read. They don't want to write. They don't want to learn. And I don't understand it. But what I do understand is that I cannot and I will not allow, and I'm at a middle school, by the way, but I cannot and will not allow 11, 12, 13, 14 year olds to run my classroom. I can't do it. And the and this isn't every case, but I know it is for me. But sometimes parents don't understand that their kids act differently in school sometimes than they do at home in front of their parents. And Frosty Rider says because of COVID. Oh, you think the problems are attributed or COVID attributed to the problems? And I think you might be right, Frosty, to some degree. I think you might be right. Because they did spend a lot of time, um, not in the classroom, not really socially interacting, and things like that. So I agree with you there. However, at that age, they are all old enough to make a choice, and some of them choose the wrong one, make the wrong choice, and it's very unfortunate. But to some degree, you're right, and I do agree with you that COVID probably had a lot to do with it. But I'm still going to hold on to the hope that they can be changed, that they can become productive citizens, they can become successful. I'm going to hold on to that hope. But on the battlefield, oof, it's tough. Behaviors are tough. But I'm tough too. Evan, how's it going, man? Wow. It's good to see you, Evan. And Lil Zim, it's good to see you too. But yeah, it never fails. Every year, you think. Every year, um, so let me put it to you this way. When I was in school, there was a handful of bad kids in the school. And everybody knew who they were. Everybody knew them. Everybody, knew what to expect from them. And they got in a lot of trouble. And this was all throughout elementary school. It was the same people throughout elementary school and mostly throughout middle school. Some of it changed in high school because people matured a little bit. Um, but it was like maybe five kids in the whole school, especially in elementary school. Five kids in the whole school. Everybody knew were bad kids. But now it's like each class has like 10 good kids and then like 15 that cause disturbances. That's what it feels like anyway. Um, my math could be off a little bit on that, but that's what it feels like. I'm being honest. I shouldn't say bad kids. Misguided? No. Actually, I don't know what to say. Maybe misguided. But I think they can all be transformed into better citizens. I just hope sooner than later. And definitely before it's too late, before they start getting in trouble. And yeah, when it's too late. Well, you know what, Evan? I would rather be weird than be categorized as a quote unquote bad kid. I'd rather be a weird kid than a bad kid. That's what I'm saying. So hopefully you're not facing that issue because if you are, this is where you be a leader and not a follower, and you stand your ground and you make them the weird kids. If all the good kids stood their ground and didn't give in to the bad, then it would be the bad kids who are weird. At least that's my opinion. Evan, you were not a bad kid in school, and I hope and pray that you never become one. You have a lot of potential. You just gotta not be trendy and give in to the influences and the negativity. And if you can do that, you will be all right. Some of the kids called me a nerd today because I was telling them about my comic shop. And instead of arguing and thinking of nerd as something bad, I was like, heck yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a cool nerd though. And I'm proud of it. You remember if you Evan, what? Evan, you can do better than that. You're smarter than that, Evan. You realize, let me guess, see if I got this right. You didn't study for this exam. Or you studied last minute and tried to cram everything in, and this is why you did bad. Bad. Am I correct? Tell me if I'm wrong, Evan. The teacher can't speak English. Yeah, but you took Spanish in middle school. You should be speaking Spanish. When I took French in high school, we Evan, you can speak English. I'm not hearing your mess. You know you can speak English. No, no. I know for a fact that Miss Banco was an excellent, excellent, excellent Spanish teacher. There is no way, no way that you just got passed along. Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's no way you just got passed along in middle school unless you didn't do the Spanish that you needed to do. How you doing, Zach? So yeah, that's the only way I can see you not doing well in Spanish. Well, there's your problem. That's the problem right there, Evan. You can't let someone else do your work. You don't learn if other people do your work. There's another thing I try to tell the kids at school. Look, how would you ever learn how to ride a bike if you didn't fall off of it? And if someone pushed you the entire time? How would you ever learn to balance a bike or to ride a bike? Or if you always had training wheels, how would you ever learn? How would you learn to cook if people always cooked your food for you? You didn't watch them cook or you didn't cook on your own. How would you ever learn to cook? And trust me, you're going to want to learn to cook at some point. If you like to eat, you should learn to cook. But my point is, I whenever my students cheat in my class, if I catch them cheating, I tell them before I even give a test. If you cheat, you might as well have a zero. I do not tolerate cheating because that's part of the process. And a lot of people don't like a lot of, well, not a lot, the bad students, and even some good ones, don't like the way I teach because I make them do work, and they want me to do work. Oh, I'm glad you said that because I want to pass that message along. But why gym? Why are they going to have a rude awakening in gym? I know they're going to have a rude awakening in other things because the kids in middle school, well, at least the sixth graders. I'm not sure about the eighth graders at this point. Some of them just have no respect and are just rude. But But the ones who are really trying, I think they'll do well. But it's the people who don't take school seriously that I think are going to have a major, major um, problem. Oh, you said it's not like middle school where you play games. So they actually make you guys do like exercises and stuff. Is that what you're saying? They actually make you guys work. I'm not sure if they're allowed to play games anymore in gym. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Zach, you come on down. I'm looking forward to getting you trained up, man. Come on down to my judo class, and I can't wait to get you started. It's going to be a fun class. Um, it'll probably be kind of a small class, but it'll be a fun class. Evan says we had to do heels 12 times one day. Um, yeah, that's going to get some people, Evan. That is definitely going to get some people because I can tell you right now, a lot of kids, a lot of these younger kids do not like to work. Now, of course, you got the sports, the athletes. They like gym and stuff like that, but they like playing basketball. They like playing football. Like they like throwing the ball. Some like soccer, but to run, I don't know if they're going. I don't know how they're going to deal with that. But it's good for them. They need stuff like that. They asked me to lead exercises one time in the gym, and I did some of my judo warm ups in gym, and some of them could keep up, and a lot of them pooped out. But it was really fun seeing them do something different. So you're lifting weights now, Evan? And Zach, I gotta see. I gotta make sure I can. I gotta make sure I have at least a uniform top for you. I don't know if I have any pants that fit you, so you can wear sweats, so you can move around a little bit better. Zach, I hope you see this. I hope you're still on, so you can get that message. Evan, if you have an opportunity to lift weights, take it. You don't have to. Well, you shouldn't have to be like super hardcore about it, but at the very least, it's a good opportunity to get in shape and to build up your muscles a bit. Oh, I know they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle in everything because a lot of these kids don't want to do anything, and that's not all the kids, but a lot of them don't want to do anything. So for sure they're going to struggle. But if you remember, we tried to tell you guys that before you left. We told you that high school was not going to be some cakewalk, and sometimes you got to put in work. I don't know if you remember us telling you guys that. I got to go grab something real quick. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Are you talking about in middle school? Oh, wait. Which teacher are you talking about? Wait, which teacher? Oh, oh. Um, well, it's funny because you guys didn't like me as a math teacher either. So, um, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if you guys would like anybody as a math teacher. Wow. Um, well, I thought it was funny because a lot of people were complaining that I gave too much work or that I wasn't good at teaching math, and I'm not a math teacher, so you guys just had to deal with me because they didn't, there's no one else. And it's probably going to get worse because um, teachers are leaving the profession because of the disciplinary problem with the students these days. Um, but they'll probably quit before I quit. Gavin, how are you? How you doing, man? But yeah, it seems like it's getting the behavior in school is getting worse every year, Evan. So I don't know if I want to comment on the fact that you guys didn't like the new teacher. But she seemed to have a few people who liked her. I know she had you guys doing a lot of more work than I had you do. That's for sure. Well, that was supposed to be a profession, so I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. If that's what happened, but I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I do know that as a long-term sub, Evan, um, I gave it my 100,000%. That's for sure. Gavin, you practicing those songs? if you're still on. And you guys didn't like doing that kind of stuff, Evan? You guys didn't like doing that stuff? That was the deal breaker. That she wouldn't let you guys write on the board. But I do know we used to have a lot of fun letting you guys go up and try things on the board and using the smart board and stuff like that. That was fun. And I hate she didn't continue that, but um, I don't I don't know what to say to that, Evan. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I mean, just because she had bags from Hobby Lobby, I don't know if that's bad if you're just really not liking this person. I probably shouldn't ask you who it was. Probably shouldn't have. I mean, well, when I first started the class, I kind of did the same thing. I went and bought motivational stuff, and I spent almost $200, even though most of that class didn't appreciate stuff like that. But I had to start that class from scratch. When I took over that class, it had absolutely nothing. The walls were completely bare. It wasn't aesthetically pleasing at all. Evan, you too. It's always good talking to you, man. You should join in next time you see me online. And stay awesome. Gavin, are you still on? Oh, excuse me. Well, I'm going to assume that not many people are on. What time is it? Almost 12? Almost midnight? I'm going to assume that not many people are on and that you guys aren't just ignoring the fact that I'm on live stream. Maybe this weekend I'll get on a little bit earlier. But I definitely need to get these comments priced. That's for sure. So before I get offline, let me see. I thought I had a couple of books to show you guys, but maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. All right. Actually, I do. I do have a couple of things to show. These aren't spectacular books, but since I'm surrounded by books, I might as well show these. Um, so first, I'll show the Bionicles. I'm going to show my age again. But there was a set of toys called the Bionicles. I sold a few of them here in my store, but I've sold all of them by now. But um, ugh, excuse me, the Bionicles. I've got 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 other Bionicles. And this can really show your age if we used to play with these toys. I mean, they're not super old, though, but they're not super old, but it's just cool that brings back some memories. The other thing I have to show is the Micronauts, another set of toys that came out way back when, and they got their own comic book. And here's the Micronauts guest starring the Man Thing. So there's that. And finally, oh, actually, no, not finally. Here's part two of the Infinity Gauntlet, the real Infinity Gauntlet. Um, not the Marvel universe, not the Cinematic Universe. That's what I'm trying to say. Not the Marvel Cinematic Universe um, Infinity Gauntlet, but the Infinity Gauntlet nonetheless. All right, but that's not the gem I want to show. I want to show this comic because I read this comic when I was a kid, and let me tell you, this comic sparked a major interest in my comic book and what made me start my comic book collection. What really jump started my comic book collection. Now, I was collecting comics before this, But when I read this comic, whew, it really changed. It was a game changer. This is called Contest of the Champions. Contest of the Champions. And as far as I was concerned when I was a kid, this comic had almost every superhero that I knew about was in this comic. And even better, they fought. They fought, and there was a determination who won, and it was just epic. Now, DC did a similar thing. Um, and then DC and Marvel did a similar thing. But this comic, the Contest of the Champions, was a game changer. If you've not read any comics, or if you wanna find a storyline, a Marvel storyline that will interest you and get you to reading comics, read Contest of the Champions. I think there's only 4 issues, maybe 3 or 4 issues, but in those 3 or 4 issues, there is so much um, adventure that it is just awesome. I've got the other issues somewhere, but that was a game changer for me. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show for tonight. I mostly want to just get on here and talk and rant a little bit about um, my opinion about kids changing behaviors as society moves forward. As we crawl out of COVID and as we look back and realize somewhere along the way somebody messed up. We messed up. And the kids' behaviors are getting worse. And again, it's not all kids. There's still some kids who really want to learn, really want to try. But I challenge all kids in school, if anybody's watching this, even parents, if you're watching this, I'm not telling anybody how to raise their kids. But definitely not going to try to tell anybody how to raise their kids. But I think we all need to talk to kids from the same page and let them know first that we care about them, we care about their future, and we care about their education. And second, that we have to care about all students, which means even the ones who are trying to learn or want to learn but can't focus in chaos or a lot of talking or a lot of noise. We all have to cater to all those kids. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just ranting, but I hope things get better. Um, but I'm going to do my part to make it happen. That's all I wanted to say. But anyway, those of you who got on and had a talk with me, I do appreciate the talk. I wish you guys would do it more often, and I'm going to be on here more often. So look out for me. If you see me, hop on and shoot the breeze. All right. Until then, everybody stay safe, stay awesome, and stay connected. And be sure to come down to Game Over and start your comic book collection. I will help you get started. This is Sensei from Game Over, and I'm out.